Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 3 of How To, a show I show you how to cook my favourite meals. This is the best ever beef orzo dish you've ever had in your life. So we're going to start off with 2 fine looking bulbs of garlic and what is quite a voluptuous onion right there. I tried this little hack where I put it in a bowl. I've seen it on TikTok, I think. You put it in a bowl and you chuck it about a little bit to try and de-skin it. It didn't work. I don't know whether my garlic was a little bit too hardcore for it, but yeah, it didn't work. So I had to go a little bit old-fashioned, had to peel that garlic, and look at this, boys. Look at that editing. Woof! Hyper motion right now. We're hurtling through space and time on a magical mystery tour as we cut up all this garlic. It's a lot of garlic. You don't want to scrimp and save on the garlic in this one because it cooks for a long time. And again, look at that, dicing an onion beautifully. I probably could have put a little bit more onion in this maybe, but I didn't. But as I say, yeah, you want to go heavy on the garlic and heavy on the onion here because that's what's going to build your layer of flavors later on. The beef itself, I think, is just it's just typical stuff you get from the supermarket, like lean, diced beef. I think it's British origin. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I think it is. Anyway, obviously you need to get a bowl as well. Forgot about that. That was literally the first slide. Bloody hell! Look at me, corporate office. So yeah, you need a big bowl. You put your onions in there. You put your garlic in there. That's all chopped up. And now this is the buffalo butter. You can just use butter. I saw it again. You know me, Lidl, love a deal. Saw it in Lidl and thought, why not? Let's try it. I don't really like it. I don't think it's that good. And here I'm just cutting up some chorizo because I wanted to build a little bit of a smoky depth to it. So I put some chorizo in early on. So at the minute, just sorry to refresh. At the minute, bowl, butter, garlic, onions, and diced chorizo, just sliced chorizo. Oh yeah, this was the great pepper explosion of 2024. It was a hard one. I gave them a good wash. Let's talk about the size of that pepper. Holy goodness. Anyway, broccoli, next step. Yeah, you've got to eat the stalks. You've got to eat the stalks. There's so much flavour in there. Everyone only eats the florets, and I think it's something people sleep on. You've got to eat the stalks here. So yeah, you've put the peppers in the oven here. At this point, the peppers are in the oven, the garlic's in the oven, the onion's in the oven, and you're just making up some things that cook a little bit later. So we've put in some seasonings there. I think that's parsley, mixed Italian herb seasoning. Let me know. I'm a man of the world. Broccoli. We've cut that all up. We've got the parsley. We've got the Italian herb seasoning. Got some oregano in here. Now I think there's and some basil, obviously. I think there's kind of a idea that you should only use dried herbs early on, but I quite like using it throughout, during, after. I don't mind it too much. And then some white pepper, and I think I put some salt in as well. Yeah, look at that. Memory of a fish said who. That was good. Anyway, yeah, I think dried herbs are kind of frowned upon later on during the cooking process because I think that's where you would put fresh herbs in, which is what I'm doing now. I've put basil and dill. I've just kind of rammed it all in. I've heard dill goes well with beef. It really did in this dish. That sweetness and then the aromatic from the basil really went well with the beef here. So here what I've got in is a little bit of seasonings. The peppers, they've all been cooking. It looks, as you can tell, fantastic. It's just kind of falling apart there. You put your seasoning in, you put your broccoli in, and then obviously give it a good old mix. You have to give it a good old mix. So you've got your seasoning in there, you've got the stuff we talked about before, the stuff we've cut up, and now we're just going to put our broccoli in, including the stalks, and our fresh herbs. Fresh herbs here at this stage probably a little bit too early, because in my mind at least, fresh herbs don't kind of hold up like dried herbs should do. And then the beef, in that goes with the blood apparently, and definitely make sure you fish out that beef tampon. I don't know whether I do it? Surely I do. Ah, look at that. There we go. So that goes in. Beef's in. It's in the oven. Whoa, what? What? It's cooked! Look at this. Focus the energy beam of the sun right there, how quick that was. In goes some chopped up cheese. I think this was just cheddar. It's easy. It's simple. But it's absolutely packed with flavour. You don't really need a texture cheese here, so you don't need something like a feta or mozzarella, something like really crumbly and light or something really stretchy, because at the end of the day it's kind of similar to a stew, so we don't need anything too crazy here. Just something to kind of build that flavour up, something to make us feel, yeah, that's nice. And then in go our chopped tomatoes. So as you can see here, we're really trying to build up the flavour. I think I might have put it in the oven here for a little bit in between, just so I could kind of let the beef sit in with the cheese a little bit, and then I've put in some more tomatoes there. You can change it. Honestly, less tomatoes would have worked perfectly here, I think. I maybe put a little bit too much in, and then again just salt and pepper to taste. It sounds really basic, it sounds really cliche. Make sure you try it as you go. And just however you want it. You want it more tomato, less tomato, more salt, less pepper, whatever. Just go for it. In goes some orzo, which I've only ever really discovered recently. I didn't know it was a thing until about 6 months ago, maybe. And now, all of a sudden, I see it everywhere. I don't know what type of thingy that is, but yeah. Creepy. I know. It's like it's stalking me or something. Anyway, what's all that about? Yeah. Orzo, in it goes. Look at that. Bang it in the oven. And it should be quite a thick, not quite a cheesy, salty, lovely, savoury, fantastic stew. I've run out of footage to play here, so I'm just going to play my B-roll, or just the same clip repeated. Anyway, enjoy it, make it, love it. And if you love this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye.